Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'll be showing you how to make this awesome modern hill house. It's incredibly easy, it looks great, and it has a little bit of a twist. So the way that you access this awesome little house is through a bit of a secret entrance down below from the house itself. So you would build this thing ideally on a hill. You can build it anywhere, but I'd build it high up on a hill. And you have the entrance somewhere down below on the hill, and you can have it nice and open like this, or you could hide it. You could put it on the sides of the hill, you could hide it using bushes or any form of redstone contraption. But the point is that you have these two open blocks here as an entrance, you have a little hallway, and you have a ladder which would actually take you to the interior of the house, and this is how you would access it. And inside here you can see that we have this awesome colourful interior. We have everything that we need in here, ranging from libraries to beacons to storage, to crafting, to even a little bed built into the middle of the floor. This thing is amazing, and you can even look out onto the plains of your Minecraft world, which don't exist for me because this is of course my creative world. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this awesome little hill house. If you enjoy this sort of stuff, please do remember to smash that like button, subscribe for more. If you subscribe, click the little bell. And if you subscribe, say hello. I'll probably say hello back. It depends when you guys say hello down there in the comment section. But without any further ado, let me show you how to make this awesome little house. Honestly, guys, you'll love it. I'm sure you will. So if you want to make this, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some block of quartz, some quartz stairs, some quartz slabs, some yellow hardened clay, some cyan hardened clay, some blue stained glass, some blue stained glass paint, some ladders, and some sea lanterns. Plus, you might want to grab some stuff to actually decorate the inside with. That is completely up to you, however, but if you want to decorate the inside, you might want to grab the sort of stuff that we have in the inventory. Now, once you have all of this stuff, and you might need to pause the video for a second to grab everything, and once you do have everything, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, and let me tell you guys, this thing can be made anywhere. It is recommended that you build it on a hill though. The higher up, the better. It is kind of cooler the higher you can go, but you can build it off the ground if you want. You only have to build it a few blocks off of the ground also, just enough that you can have a nice little secret entrance into it. And all you have to do is pick out a hill, very much like this, and all you have to do is begin the build by placing a row of, where shall I build it? About here. A row of 3 yellow hardened clay coming up from one of the blocks of the hill. So 1, 2, and 3. You can see that we're actually poking out the side of the hill like this, but I'll show you how to meld it into the environment. And on top of this 3rd yellow hardened clay, we'll place a blue stained glass. Then we want to go right of that by 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then underneath this, we're going to place a row of 3 yellow hardened clay. So that's 1, 2, and 3, like this. Then we're going to place a cyan hardened clay underneath that block. We're going to extend it to the left, and we will destroy any blocks that we have to destroy to connect it to the left. So we want to have this sort of shape right here. And that is perfect, guys. I'm sure that you'll manage to do that. Absolutely no problem. Now, place in front of the bottom 2 yellow hardened clays a block of quartz. Then, underneath those blocks of quartz, place upside down quartz stairs. Then, place a quartz slab in front of those quartz stairs and actually double that up. Place 2, 1, 2, and we already placed one here, place 2. And actually, you can extend this outwards if you would prefer a bigger balcony. Connect those second quartz slabs together. Fill in the empty space in between these using cyan hardened clay. It will also give you a cool effect underneath the balcony, as you can see here. Also, extend out left and right from the upside down quartz stairs using your quartz slabs. So you can see that we're kind of extending out a little bit. That's a little bit important later. It makes it look a little bit more stable, and it also gives us another connection point to the hill that we're building on. Now, once you've got that sorted out, all we have to do now is inside of the rows of yellow hardened clay that we've placed, we want to place a row of blue stained glass on the left and the right coming inwards from the yellow hardened clay. Then place in front of the yellow hardened clays at the top of our build, place a quartz slab in front of each one of these. Coming inwards, place an additional quartz slab. Then an upside down quartz stair, then connect them together using a quartz slab, Connect the quartz stairs downwards using block of quartz down to the base of the balcony like this, and place a ring of blue stained glass pane coming around the edge of your balcony. So you want to have this sort of effect. It looks very cool. Once you've got that sorted out, we now want to extend the layer of quartz slabs backwards into the mountain. So extend each layer of quartz slab backwards into the mountain as far back as you have to go, like this. You can also do the exact same thing with the quartz slab that you have down below. Now you can see why we actually extended it out of the actual stair. And we can do the same thing on the opposite side as well, extend it as far back as it needs to go. Also, place a layer of quartz slab in front of the top row of glass that we have and extend that quartz slab backwards into the mountain as well. Once again, as far as it has to go. Fill in the top of the roof area using blue glass, and you just have to fill in the area that you would actually see from the inside of your little base like this. And another thing that we now have to do is we now have to just work our way into the mountain. So if you come inside of the house, we now have to dig inwards into the mountain. So the next thing that we have to do is we just have to kind of like figure out how big this house wants to be, and that's completely up to you. Guys, like however big you want this house to be is kind of up to you, but I think that a decent amount of space for this house is to have like 5 rows, like a row of 5 to walk backwards into, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so about this far back. I think that it's a nice, decent amount of space for a starter house. Of course, you can change this. Like I said, you can make this bigger, you can make this smaller, you can do whatever you want in regards to this. And I'm going to knock upwards, by the way. I'm going to knock upwards into the top of the mountain because I want to replace this area with glass. This will keep the roof very, very cool looking. I mean, you'll be able to see it from the top of the mountain. You'll be able to see that we have a lot of glass that we're working with. And I don't know, I kind of like the effect, but you can keep the normal materials if you like. And I'm just going to fill the roof of this in with glass as well, like this. So you can just fill this in with glass if you so choose, like this. So I think that this is a decent amount of space to work with. And then you just have to extend. You'll find that you may have destroyed some of the actual, you might have found that you've destroyed a little bit of the walls and stuff, so you might have to build up the walls around you, and you may feel as though that you want to replace the walls as well. So if you didn't really like collapse any walls or anything in your house, you may feel as though that you don't really want a stone wall in your house because it doesn't really fit your vibe, and that is of course completely up to you as well. I'm just building some yellow walls like this. I'm going to make the floor majoritively cyan hardened clay. I'm going to stick a bed right in the middle, right about here. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I might even shrink, guys. I might even shrink the inside of this little wonderful room of ours. I might even do that. I'm going to place a backing behind the I'm going to place a backing behind the door, and I'm going to place glass behind it. So I'm going to place a layer of glass just behind the top of the door, and I'm going to connect the door downwards using quartz blocks. And I might even extend the room backwards, because what I want to do is I want to place a bed right in the very center of the room, like this, and I want to be able to walk around the bed. So I want to be able to walk around the bed, and I want to kind of have like a nice border around the bed. So I kind of want to have like a layer of cyan hardened clay around the bed like this. So I might knock even further backwards than I was planning. I might just knock one additional layer out from the wall, and then that'll leave just enough space. But as I keep saying, like, this is all individual. Like, I have a plan for what I want this to actually look like. It's completely up to you whether or not you guys kind of want to follow this or you want to do your own thing, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys might like the design of this, but you might not like the yellow and the cyan hardened clay. Yeah, I actually think that that looks pretty decent now. I'm going to change the tops of the walls, and I'm going to make them cyan hardened clay. I'm going to make the center of each one of the 3 walls cyan hardened clay for a bit of a change. I'm going to knock out the center of this right wall just below the cyan hardened clay like this on the right, and I'm going to do the same thing on the left as well, like this. And I'm going to place stuff in the walls. So in both cases, I'm going to place, well, in this left-hand wall, I'm going to place like a crafting table, a furnace. I'm going to build up 2 chests either side. I'm going to use sea lanterns above where the furnace and the crafting table are to provide light. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to have 2 bookshelves, one on the left-hand side, one on the right. I'm going to have a enchantment table in the center. I also want to have 2 light sources as well. I'm also going to place a block of quartz next to that, like this. That looks great. And later on, I'll have to build up the outside of the mountain. And then I'm just going to have just back here, I'm going to actually make this the entranceway. So in the original, I had a beacon, but I kind of like the idea of this being an entrance right up front and center. So the way that you figure out, like, how far down you want your entrance to be, and I'm just going to place a cyan hardened clay here. Right in the back center of your hill house, I'm going to dig 2 into the wall like this, and then I'm going to dig down, right? I'm going to dig down until I'm happy, and then I'm going to dig my way out of this hill. Now, this might take a second or 2, but I've managed to dig my way out of the hill, and that is where the entrance of the house is going to be. Now, if I wanted to, I could make that even lower. I could make that lower, but I kind of like the idea that the entrance is on, like, the middle of the hill, and I can access it quite easily through the natural rock pattern on the side. I can jump up all of these, and I can access that quite easily. I'm going to dig a sea lantern or 2 into the ceiling here, so that I can easily find the entrance, and so that I can actually see where I'm going, and I'm going to build some ladders going all the way up to the top here, like this. And there we go, guys. There we have the modern hill house. It looks kind of awesome, doesn't it? Oh, the only thing that we have to do, the only thing that you might have to add, by the way, if you take a look at your surroundings and you find that you kind of need to build up the surroundings a little bit, just so that your like sea lanterns and your house and stuff aren't really like getting in the way of the outside. In this case, I have a lot of stone, so I'm just going to use stone, and I'm going to build up, I'm going to cover up all of the sea lanterns, all of that stuff. I'm going to make it look nice and natural, and on this left-hand side as well, I see that I have a lot of stone again, so I'm just going to kind of like fill in these 2 blocks. I only need to fill in those 2 blocks where I have to, and that will be the hill house complete. Very, very cool, easy to build, can be built just about anywhere. Very, it's not 100% easy to see where the entrance is, so only you might know where the entrance is, and it looks easy, it's fantastic, it's a good addition. You can see it from ages around because it's a nice bright color on the side of a hill. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed the tutorial, please do remember to smack that like button. If you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe, say hello down there in the comment section, and also click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. If you want to check out any more of my channel, guys, feel free to head into the card system and the description below, and you will find all sorts of tutorials for all sorts of builds. This is kind of like my survival village that I've been working on for, well, as soon as I started Minecraft. Like, we've got a lot of older builds in here, and we've got some more new style builds in here as well. But if you want like modern house tutorials, like we've just made, like that modern mansion over there, if you want like more sort of starter house tutorials, or if you want some more biome specific tutorials, then check out the card system, check out the description below. We do a lot of everything. Like, we have even some more like hidden houses and stuff. Like here we have this awesome little cave house that I built on the channel recently. Like, we do all sorts of really, really good stuff around here, and I'd highly recommend just checking out the channel. I'm sure that you would absolutely love to find some of the other things that I've been up to recently. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. Cinnamon would appreciate it if you hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video.